Beneath the noise of our world, there is a quiet hum, the universe whispering its secrets. It's the background music to our existence, connecting all things. In the quantum realm, reality is fluid, shimmering with possibility. We too are made of this endless potential. Listen closely and find your place within the cosmic hum. Imagine a spinning coin in the cosmos. While spinning, it is both heads and tails, a balance of potential. This is superposition, the universe holding every outcome at once until a choice is made. Like us, many versions exist within, and each choice collapses possibility into reality. In the quantum world, everything is both a particle and a wave. A particle is definite, like a grain of sand. A wave is a pattern, everywhere at once. This duality is a mystery, mirrored in us. Sometimes we are focused and solid, sometimes free and expansive. We live between these two states. Imagine a spinning coin, suspended in cosmic darkness. In the quantum world, it is not heads or tails, but both, pure potential. Reality here is a dance of probabilities, not certainties. Only when we look does the universe choose. We are part of this process, shaping reality with our awareness. Schrödinger's cat is a thought experiment, a cat in a sealed box, its fate tied to a quantum event. Until we look, the cat is both alive and dead, a superposition. Observation collapses this uncertainty into a single reality. Like the cat, our awareness shapes our world, turning possibility into experience. Think of a cloud. Shifting, swirling, never fixed. Like an electron, we are not a single point, but a cloud of potential, always changing. Our identity is a superposition of past, present, and future. Embrace your own cloud of being, beautiful, undefined, and full of possibility. Living in superposition means embracing the maybe, the space between question and answer. We rush to certainty, but the quantum world shows that uncertainty is natural and creative. The maybe is where all potential lives, before we collapse it into a single choice. Like an artist before a blank canvas, every moment holds infinite possibilities. The first brushstroke, our choices, collapse potential into reality. Cherishing this moment of freedom is a mindful practice, not indecision. It's about honoring the paths not taken, which still shape who we are. Superposition teaches us life isn't about one right path, but navigating endless possibilities. The dance between what is and what could be is the essence of freedom. To live in the maybe is to surf the wave of possibility with wonder. To understand duality, let's look at Johnny Utah and Bodhi from Point Break. Utah is the disciplined agent. Order, rules, the particle. Bodhi is the guru, freedom, chaos, the wave. Their story is more than cops and robbers. It's a parable of the human soul's tension. Utah seeks control and clarity, collapsing chaos into order. Bodhi lives for the moment, dissolving boundaries and embracing possibility. They're not just enemies, but two halves of a whole, each drawn to what the other lacks. Their conflict is our own, structure versus liberation, the particle and the wave, locked in an eternal dance. We all carry both within us. The challenge is to balance them. Utah embodies the particle self, defined, focused, disciplined. His life is linear quarterback, FBI agent, a man of rules and evidence. This gives him strength and purpose, allowing him to achieve and build. But discipline can become a cage, blinding him to beauty and possibility. The ocean and Bodhi disrupt his certainty, introducing intuition and freedom. Utah's identity blurs. He questions the rules he's lived by. He experiences a quantum leap, becoming more than just an agent. The journey is about integrating structure with openness. We need our particle self, but not at the cost of possibility. True growth comes from letting the wave in. Bodhi is the wave self, untamed, ever-changing, living for the ride. He seeks unity with the ocean, chasing pure experience over status or security. This wave nature brings freedom, creativity, and wonder. But without structure, freedom can become chaos and destruction. Bodhi's rebellion leads to harm. His wave lacks an anchor. Absolute freedom risks losing connection to humanity and meaning. Bodhi's tragedy is rejecting all limits, forgetting the value of discipline. The wave inspires but needs the particle to avoid collapse. We need both, the wildness to dream and the structure to build. Balance is the lesson Bodhi never learns. Utah and Bodhi are opposites, but also complements. Each has what the other needs. Utah is drawn to Bodhi's freedom, Bodhi to Utah's integrity. Their relationship is a metaphor for quantum collapse observer and wave, each changing the other. Utah's presence forces Bodhi to confront reality. Bodhi pulls Utah into possibility. For a time, Utah exists in superposition, agent and surfer, lawman and friend. Their attraction is the universe seeking balance. The particle needs the wave to avoid rigidity. The wave needs the particle to avoid chaos. We can't choose one and discard the other. Wholeness comes from integrating both forces. This is the central challenge of being human. The quantum story is our story. Duality and superposition echo in our souls. We live between waves, who we're told to be and who we long to become. Every choice collapses potential, but the lives we didn't choose remain as echoes within us. These what-ifs are part of our personal quantum field. We crave the stability of the particle, structure, identity, purpose. Yet we're haunted by the wave's call, freedom, creativity, wonder. We build routines to anchor us, but dream of dissolving boundaries. The human condition is this dance, building a home, then longing for the ocean. We are stardust, carrying the universe's paradoxes within. To be whole, we must honor both the anchor and the wave. Imagine discipline as a planet, steady, reliable, holding us in orbit. Freedom is a comet, brilliant, unpredictable, calling us to adventure. We live between these forces, grounded by routine, yet drawn to the unknown. Sometimes we lean into gravity. Other times we chase the comet's light, longing for possibility. Every day you wake up in a superposition, both the responsible worker and the free spirit. The alarm calls you to order, but the wave whispers of possibility. Throughout the day you oscillate between structure and wonder, particle and wave. Life is this quantum dance, collapsing into one reality, then another, moment by moment. Imagine your soul as a constellation, a pattern of many stars, each a part of you. You are not just one star, but the whole pattern they create. To be whole is to honor every star within you. Embrace your shimmering, complex constellation. This is your true self. The philosopher Gilbert Ryle coined the phrase, "the ghost in the machine," to criticize the idea of a mind separate from the body. But we can reclaim this image in a more poetic sense. Our body, our brain, our life circumstances, this is the machine. It is a biological and social apparatus operating according to certain rules. It is the hardware of our existence, the particle-like aspect of our being. It requires fuel, maintenance, and structure to function correctly. It is our anchor in the physical world, the definite object that moves through space and time. This is the Utah part of our system. But within this machine, there is a ghost. This is the wave. It is our consciousness, our awareness, our subjective experience. It is the formless flowing energy that animates the hardware. It is the dreamer, the feeler, the imaginer. It is not located in any single part of the machine. It is a diffuse presence, a field of potential that permeates the entire system. This is the Bodhi part of us. The ghost is what feels wonder, what experiences love, and what yearns for freedom from the machine's limitations. It is the superposition of all our thoughts, feelings, and memories. We spend our lives negotiating the relationship between the ghost and the machine. The machine craves routine, predictability, and safety. It wants to follow its programming. The ghost, however, longs for novelty, meaning, and transcendence. It wants to rewrite the code. This is the central conflict. The machine says, go to work, pay the bills, follow the schedule. The ghost whispers, what does it all mean? Is this all there is? Look at that sunset. This inner dialogue is the sound of the particle and the wave arguing within us. To live well is not to let one vanquish the other. A machine without a ghost is a mindless automaton, an empty shell going through the motions. A ghost without a machine is a powerless specter, unable to act or create in the world. The human condition is to be both. We are haunted machines. We are embodied spirits. Our task is to bring them into harmony, to use the structure of the machine to give the ghost a voice and a purpose, and to allow the wisdom of the ghost to guide the machine toward a life of meaning, not just a life of mere function. How do we honor both the particle and the wave within us? The answer is to become the surfer, balancing discipline and surrender. We train, prepare, and build our skills, but once on the wave, we let go, flowing with its energy. This is true harmony, riding the wave of life with skill and soul. Every choice we make collapses the wave function of our potential. The art of living is making conscious, intentional collapses, becoming a mindful observer of our own quantum field. With each decision, we shape reality, balancing discipline and freedom, particle and wave. This is the art of the quantum collapse. This harmonious state, this balance between agent and guru, is rad dude energy. It's not about gender or surfing, it's a state of being. Quiet confidence, grounded and free. Honor the craft, practice, study, refine your skills. Love the wave, find joy, connection, and wonder. Be excellent to each other. Live with a good heart. How do we cultivate this rad dude energy in our daily lives? Well, it begins with small, consistent practices. Rituals that intentionally water both the particle and the wave. These are not grand gestures, but humble acts of balance. Consider creating a daily or weekly routine that explicitly makes space for both forces. This is about designing a life that honors your whole self, not just the productive part or the free-spirited part. It is about building a container strong enough to hold the wildness of your own soul. For your inner Utah, the particle, schedule your discipline. Block out time in your calendar not just for work, but for the practices that ground you. This could be 30 minutes of focused exercise, 20 minutes of tidying your space, or an hour of dedicated, uninterrupted deep work on a project. By giving these activities a formal place in your schedule, you are honoring the need for structure. You are telling your particle self that its contribution is valued. This creates a sense of safety and stability, a solid foundation from which your wave self can safely emerge. For your inner Bodhi, the wave, you must schedule your freedom. This may sound like a paradox, but it is essential in our busy world. If you do not formally protect time for unstructured being, the demands of the particle will always win. Block out time for nothing. This is time with no agenda, no goal, and no expected outcome. It could be a walk in nature without your phone, a period for listening to music, or simply sitting and daydreaming. This is sacred time for your wave self to spread out, to feel, to be without the pressure to perform or achieve. Finally, create rituals of integration. These are practices that bring the two forces together. Journaling is a perfect example. The act of writing is structured, particle, but the content can be a free-flowing exploration of your thoughts and feelings, wave. Meditation is another. It requires the discipline to sit still, particle, but its purpose is to observe the unbound flow of consciousness, wave. Even something as simple as making a cup of tea can be an integrative ritual. The methodical process, particle, leads to a moment of quiet, sensory enjoyment, wave. These small acts are how you surf the quantum wave every single day. We began with the quiet hum of the universe, journeyed through quantum mysteries, and met Bodhi and Utah, our inner duality. The laws that shape the stars also shape our souls. We are a constellation of inner stars, living in the beautiful tension between form and flow. This is the cosmic echo within us all. So what do we take with us from this exploration? It is the image of the spinning coin. The coin is not heads or tails. It is both, held in a delicate balance. Our lives are this spinning coin. We are not just discipline or just freedom. We are the superposition of the two. The great mistake is to try and force the coin to land on one side permanently. To declare ourselves a particle person or a wave person is to deny half of our own truth. It is to choose Bodhi and fall into chaos, or to choose Utah and become trapped in a cage. The path to a harmonious life is to keep the coin spinning. It is to embrace the duality, to become the surfer who uses discipline to ride the wave of freedom. This is the rad dude energy we spoke of. It is the quiet power that comes from honoring both sides of your nature. It is building a life with the structure of a particle, while living it with the soul of a wave. It is the art of the conscious collapse, making choices that integrate both forces. It is the daily practice of rituals that feed both your need for order and your thirst for liberation. This journey is not about achieving a perfect static balance. That is not possible, nor is it desirable. Life is movement. It is oscillation. There will be times when you need to be more like Utah, focusing your energy, working hard, and building your foundation. There will be other times when you need to be more like Bodhi, letting go, exploring, and opening yourself to the unknown. The wisdom is in the knowing. It is in the ability to sense what is needed now, and to shift your energy accordingly. It is a dance, not a fixed position. This perspective offers a profound sense of peace. It allows us to be gentler with ourselves. When we feel the pull of opposing desires, we can smile. We can recognize it as the natural rhythm of our quantum soul. We are not flawed for wanting both security and adventure. We are not inconsistent for needing both routine and spontaneity. We are simply whole. We are a complete system, containing both the particle and the wave. We are the two-sided coin spinning beautifully in the light of our own awareness. And so, our journey ends where it began, in the quiet. We have talked of cosmic principles and quantum states. We have used stories and metaphors. But the true understanding of these ideas does not come from words. It comes from experience. It comes from the silent spaces in your own life. The real work is to take these ideas from your mind and feel them in your heart. To notice the dance of the particle and the wave as it unfolds within you moment by moment. This is a path of introspection, of deep personal discovery. Find a moment today. Turn off the noise, put down your phone, sit by a window or under a tree, or just in a quiet corner of your room. Listen. Listen for the cosmic hum beneath the surface of your thoughts. Listen for the whisper of your inner Bodhi and the steady voice of your inner Utah. Do not judge them. Do not try to fix them. Simply observe them with kindness and with curiosity. Acknowledge the presence of both these forces within you. Feel the truth that you are large enough to contain them both. This is your homework, if you will, to become the gentle observer of your own soul, to watch the spinning coin without needing it to land, to feel the superposition of your own potential. The universe is not a problem to be solved. It is a mystery to be lived. Your life is the same. The goal is not to find a final answer for who you are. It is to fall in love with the question. It is to find comfort and wonder in the beautiful, shimmering, uncertain nature of your own existence. Thank you for sharing this time. Thank you for walking this path of contemplation. May you learn to surf the waves of your own life with skill, with grace, and with a quiet smile. May you find the harmony between the structure that grounds you and the freedom that sets you free. May you always remember that you are a child of the cosmos, carrying all of its paradox and all of its magic within you. Now let the words fade, let the quiet begin, and just listen.